Human longevity has created this whole new third act in our lives. You know, we're living a whole new adult lifetime, longer than previous generations, up to 25, 30 years of our life. So we've got this new gift of time, this new gift of life. But the consequence of that is that we have to transition into it. You know, and that's a big shift, transitioning from the second to third act in life. And that really is why, you know, we see such an opportunity for the creation of a network of third act transition coaches.
Today's program is about training a group of really experienced coaches to work with people who are in transition, and particularly in transition from the second part of their lives into what we call the third act.
When we enter into any stage in our life of transition and change, we often are met with uncertainty, we're met with some turbulence, we're met with the unknown. So to be a transitional coach is about becoming aware of your own responses to change and uncertainty. And it's about understanding how to be completely in the moment so that you're awake and alive to any possibilities.
In the first two acts of our life, our task is to gain the treasure. But as we move into the third act of our life, the wisdom of the story, the ancient storytellers, the elder tales, is how do we let the treasure go? How do we give away the treasure?
The third act for me, and the third act of coaching, is to identify exactly how you can move with those elements that you have to do the right thing at the right time in the right way for yourself and for others, and really to actually bring that coaching model to a point where you are peacefully coexisting with yourself and with others.
So often we end up in roles and jobs that we didn't realise or we never would have chosen for ourselves. And this is an opportunity to actually go inside and see, where would I like to go with this? What has meaning for me? And you know what, oftentimes what we do is we dip back into our first act to see what gave us pleasure and joy, and to see what parts of those we can perhaps bring into our third act.
There are 20 coaches here really thinking about how we can be helpful in supporting people transitioning into the third act. And really, I suppose, having the opportunity to work with that wealth of knowledge and experience has been very transformative in itself. I'm transitioning, and so it's very helpful to consider our own transition as well as how we might journey with others.
It's a real privilege to work with people who have reached a certain point in their life where they're in transition. There's a lot of exciting potential in what they do, albeit there's also things that they need to deal with. You know, there's loss, there's moving on, there's a career that they've got to put behind them. And in a third act coaching sense, I think it's just really important that you're essentially a fellow traveller. So I think there's a real sort of privilege in accompanying them on that journey, finding within them the inspiration that what is it that they really want to do now.